Good morning. So before I go over math challenge number 10 and share math challenge number 11, I want to show just a quick little trick that sometimes helps us to organize our numbers when we're adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing. So a lot of times students might have their facts or their strategies or know how to solve a problem, but one of their biggest issues often is just the organization of having to write the problem down on the paper and to line the numbers up appropriately. So if you take loose leaf paper or any kind of lined paper, okay, here's just a legal pad that I had found downstairs, and put it sideways, and then you can write the problem sideways so that you have the lines to the paper in between each number. So that's a good strategy just to work on organization and neatness of when we're writing problems, and noticing that it is very important that the numbers do line up, because a lot of times issues arise and numbers are incorrect, answers are incorrect because of the way that students are lining up the numbers. So that's a good strategy to use if we're having a hard time organizing the numbers with neatness. Okay, so looking at math challenge number 10 from yesterday, our two subtraction problems that we started off with. The answer to the first one, 315,562. Thanks for throwing a bowl at me, Kenley. Number 2 is 398,843. Yeah, I will get it. Number 3, where we're talking about Hunter's room and Mackenzie's room. The first thing you needed to do was find the area of Hunter's room, which is 16 times 18. When you do 16 times 18, you get 288. Oh boy, there's a kid coming. Oh, here you go. Okay. All right, we'll bring it down and get more, okay? So 288 when you do 16 times 18, so that would be the area of Hunter's room, 288 square feet. And then Mackenzie's is 3 times larger than that. So you would take that number, 288, and you would multiply it by 3, and you would get 864. So 864 square feet is Mackenzie's room. Down on the bottom, the area and perimeter. Area is length times width, so you're gonna do 18 times 12 and get 216 square feet. And then adding all 4 sides, 18 plus 18 plus 12 plus 12 is going to give you 60 feet. Make sure you do label those with the units, because if we leave the units off, you could mean centimeters, you could mean inches. We don't know. So the unit is very important for problems like this. All right, on to math challenge number 11. Okay, choose 2 people in your home, any 2 people that you want. Multiply their ages together to see what you get. If you have more than 2 people in your home, then try it a lot of different ways. Okay, see how many different problems you can make with all the people's ages that live in your home. Okay, number 2 for my class, this is a little bit new. It's not completely new learning. We had started to do some adding with fractions and making improper fractions and changing them into mixed numbers. So this is taking a little bit of a step forward and adding some mixed numbers. So when you're adding your mixed numbers, first you add the whole numbers. So first you add the 2 and the 3. Those are your wholes. 2 plus 3 is 5. Then you're gonna add your fractions. 5/8 and 7/8 would be 12/8 because we only add the numerators. The denominator stays the same. So then I end up with 5 and 12/8. And then just like when we were working with our improper fractions, you're gonna pull out the whole, which is 8/8 because the denominator here is 8. So pull out that whole, 8/8, 8/8. And then how many more do you need to get to 12? So I'm at 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 4/8. So since I have another whole here, it's not going to be 5 wholes, it's going to be 6 wholes because there's another whole in that improper fraction. So I had 5, I pulled out another whole, that makes 6 wholes, and 4/8 left over. So go ahead and try these two. 4 3/5 plus 7 4/5. And then 6 9/10 plus 3 7/10 plus 2 5/10. Okay, and that one, if you have bigger than one whole, then you would add however many holes you pull out. Okay, and then lastly, I want you to write 3 word problems of your own. Okay, so you're being the teacher a little bit. I want each of those to have 2 steps, and then I want you to solve them as well so that you have an answer key. And if you can get somebody at home to try those out, like you're the teacher and then you're checking them, go ahead and do that. Okay, so you are solving them. You're writing 3 word problems of your own. I want each of those to have 2 steps, and then you are solving them so that you have made yourself an answer key. Okay, so I'm looking forward to seeing some of the word problems that you make. All right, see you later.